a gun sword-wielding mercenary who battles demons. Sounds like my night job. The new Devil May Cry story exists in a separate universe and promises to be an entirely fresh take on the concept. Tamim from Ninja Theory is here with us right now to talk about the game. Tamim, thanks for joining us here on the set, and we have a lot of exciting things to talk about, so let's dive right into the new DmC. Tell us all about the reboot and specifically the footage we're seeing on screen.
Okay, so the footage we're showing, it has been seen before, but what the difference this time around is that we're actually letting people play the game who haven't played the game, like who aren't press, for example.
Okay.
So the game's still like quite away from being released, January the 15th, but we're hoping that when people get their hands on, they'll see what the game is all about, that it's not, that it is effectively Devil May Cry in essence, and it's added something new to the series.
Well, what has it added that is new?
Well, first off, it's not developed in Japan. That's the first biggest difference. Capcom Japan came to us at Ninja Theory to kind of reinvent Devil May Cry, do a different take on it. So it's not in the same timeline.
Right.
It's like it's like when Batman, I guess, the Christopher Nolan Batman, or at least, you know, if we do our jobs right, that's what it will be like a reimagining of that whole universe. It's set in a much more contemporary world. It's set in the real world, where there's a demon dimension to it, and Dante can cross over into the demon dimension and see the truth behind the illusion. The combat has different kind of weapon sets that you can switch on the fly. So there's the human mode, which is the swords and guns. Then there's angel and demon weapons, of which there will be several. And all of these you can switch on the fly.
Right.
And there's a traversal element that we've added, which traditionally hasn't really been in Devil May Cry.
Right, so from a gameplay perspective, you're mixing it up a little bit. It's a very cinematic experience. Was that a focal point for you guys here again with this franchise?
Yeah, it's kind of what we're known for. One thing we wanted to do to the series was imagine it as a movie. If it was a movie, what would it look like? Things like the demon doors appearing that lock you into a fight. How do you explain that? Well, we've explained it by having a world called Limbo, which is full. It's like pumped with demon energy, and it twists and turns and traps Dante, and it spits out enemies, and you fight your way through. So we've basically made the world feel like it's a character in itself.
Awesome. Well, the game is sounding fantastic. So a brief look at over here. We'll have more later on and online. We appreciate your time so very much.
Yeah.
Now, we'll be